Today's Sunshine Note is titled, A Fire in My Bones. But if I say I will not mention him or speak any more in his name, his word is in my heart like a fire shut up in my bones. I am weary of holding it in. Indeed, I cannot. Jeremiah 20, verse 9. She just wouldn't shut up. He sat there for 20 minutes saying absolutely nothing, and she kept chattering on like a little bird. I'm guessing it was only their first date. And even though I'd been trying politely to ignore the conversation at the Italian outdoor restaurant adjoining table, I just couldn't. By the end of the appetizer, I was wondering how much longer I could take the incessant jammering. But the poor fellow seated in front of her was having an even worse time. I shifted my attention from her mile-a-minute verbal acrobatics and watched as he slowly slumped lower and lower in his chair. The look on his face told me that he wanted to be anywhere but there. Finally, I saw him take a breath and he mentioned something about his neighbor's dog. Success. She paused, and it looked as if he might be able to steer the conversation a little, but suddenly she came back with renewed vigor and went on 15 minutes longer, in gruesome detail about how she'd been trying to teach her new puppy where to do his business. It was awful. The only thing I can think of that's worse than wishing someone else would stop talking is wishing that you yourself would stop talking. That's the situation poor old Jeremiah found himself in as he reflected on several years of preaching God's message to an angry and resistant people. They had threatened him, imprisoned him, and even thrown him into an abandoned cistern, hoping that he would just die and leave them alone. But the irony was that nobody wished his silence more than Jeremiah himself. He gets angry with the messages God keeps giving him and longs just to stop speaking altogether. But then he describes how he simply can't. How if he tries to stop, the message burns like a fire in his very bones. Even though he is given a message that's hard to deliver, he knows that the God behind the message is trying to warn a people who are in danger of destruction. Love is pushing this message, and Jeremiah can't turn his back on that. So he turns again to the angry mobs, and he once more speaks of their need to repent and get a heart relationship with their Creator. God will do whatever it takes to get his message through to people, including using you. May God bless you today.